It's the Cog coming to civilize us. Ah, whoopee!
Yo, we're all in the same boat. We just want to trade for some food.
Well, we ain't got any spare food. And if we did, we wouldn't be trading it with you Cog assholes. Ooh. I'll give you a side of bacon for her, though.
Oh, bacon.
Hey, take the deal, Cole. I haven't had bacon in 6 months.
Thanks, but no thanks. Any other camps around?
Some. You can try the warehouse down at the pier. Or the stadium. Of course you gotta get past all the glowies first, but you hairy-assed heroes can breeze through all that shit.
So the first thing I want to say is Baird is, again, an asshole, always proving himself to be a dick. And the second thing I want to say is this isn't a live commentary. This is me doing a commentary after the fact, or I guess post facto, because I messed up with the audio when I was saving some stuff. Well, of course, it was my fault. It's totally my fault. It's not any problem with recordings. But, yeah, I accidentally saved over the file. So, that means that I'm going to have to do this after the fact. And, you know, it's actually a good thing, because I get to talk to you guys about some things that you don't know about me that probably would be good for you guys to know. Well, actually, before I get to that, I want to say that the video you're watching right now is actually not a direct stream of what you were watching in episode 3. This is actually a second play session. I had recorded up to episode 8 of the Let's Play, and the first night I got gears, like right after it came out. I came home, just sat on my ass, recorded 8 episodes of my live commentary, or I guess live commentary for my Let's Play. But what happened was my recording device, my HD PVR, decided to shit a brick, and it just didn't record the game audio after the third episode. So for 45 minutes it recorded game audio, but after that it decided not to. So I had to today. I just happened to have some free time, so I sat down and I recorded up to from episode 4 to 11. So hopefully they all work out fine, other than this one whose audio I fucked up. But that's my fault, not the recording device's fault. I guess my way of making sure that doesn't happen again is after each video, or right when each video ends, I'm ending the session and I am creating a new file. So hopefully we won't have any more problems, or at least I won't have any more problems, and I'll be able to get videos out to you guys faster. I don't know if you noticed, I mean, not many people are following my channel right now. In fact, barely anyone is, because I just started it. But I was only able to get out 1 video today, and I'm trying my best to get out at least 2 a day, at least for this Gears Let's Play while it's in the beginning phases. So that's that. Now I wanted to get onto the structure of my Let's Plays in general. Until I get a partnership, if I ever get a partnership, who knows, that may never happen, and that's fine with me. I'm looking to record either 10 or 15-minute Let's Plays, and I think that'll either A, depend on the game, or B, kind of just depend on what you guys want. If you guys think that 10 minutes would be better for you and your time schedule, then that's fine. I can record 10 minutes. If you think that 15 minutes would be fine and dandy, then I'd love to record 15 minutes as well. I mean, it's easier for me to just go and just play through 15 minutes rather than having to stop every 10 minutes anyway. So that'd be easier, but I would be totally fine with doing the 10-minute option. That's totally cool. Just let me know. Not many people let me know at all when I first asked in the first video, even though it has a good amount of views. Well, good amount for me is like 50. But anyway, and the next thing I want to talk about were kind of computer issues and things that could affect the Let's Plays from here on out. Right now, I have a laptop that is pretty good for what I need to do for school. However, it's not that great when it comes to editing videos, rendering videos, and that whole process. Sony Vegas is a bitch when it comes to processing power. It totally rapes my computer. I don't like making rape jokes, but it really does. It's violating my computer. Really, it is. It takes me about 4 hours to render out a 15-minute video, which would mean it would take somewhere around 2 hours and 45 minutes to render out a 10-minute video. So even with the shorter length videos, it's still going to take a while. And I totally underestimated the time length that it would take in the first video. I don't know why I did, but I did. And so yeah, that's part of the reason why it's kind of hard for me to get as many episodes or 2 episodes out a day, and it's hard for me to get them out when I want to get them out, because I have to wait at 4.5 hours after I'm done editing the video to actually start the upload. Because for those of you who don't know how that process works, you edit the video in Sony Vegas, then you render it out, and after you render it out, you can upload it to YouTube, which, of course, the upload process to YouTube has its own set of issues, but that's for another conversation. But, yeah, so just being able to sit down in one spot with my computer on for 4.5 hours is kind of difficult, just given the nature of my life right now. I'm a student. I'm going to classes. I'm going back and forth from work to school, or work. I say work. I mean school in general, because school is kind of my work. Because I'm a grad student. As it stands, I get paid for going to school, so it's a pretty sweet deal. The only, I guess, downside to that, if you want to call it a downside, is that they expect me to do a whole shitload of work. A lot of research work and a lot of other stuff. Just, little things that they need me to do here and there. So that means that I don't necessarily have the same amount of free time as most other college students. And it means that I can't necessarily always just sit with my computer for 4 hours at a time. If I have to take my computer to class with me, well, then that makes it so that I can't necessarily render out a video. So there are a lot of things that are kind of impeding the process at the moment. However, it's not impeding me so much that I can't play video games at all. Video games have and are continuing to be my way of just hanging out and relaxing, relieving stress, and even though I'm really busy nowadays, and I can't actually play a lot of the time until it gets to be 11 or 12 at night, or sometimes I can't play at all in a day just because I'm literally working from 8 o'clock that morning until 2 a.m. that night, which has kind of been happening a bit more than I wanted to, but it's what it is. I can't play sometimes, just like last night. It was September 20th, which is technically the day that Gears launched, and I wasn't able to play at all because I was doing work until 2 a.m. But on the night that Gears actually launched, I made sure to set aside a time. I printed out all the stuff I had to read. I showed up 5 hours before the game launched at Walmart because, well, no one actually goes to Walmart for some reason. And I was just, reading for 5 hours, and then when I came home, I busted out a bunch of the episodes, like I mentioned before. But yeah, so gaming is my release. However, my schooling hinders me from gaming as much as I want to, which obviously would have an effect on my ability to upload YouTube videos and the capacity that I want to upload them and whatnot. And also, I want to mention, I guess, something about the game in general. Something you may have seen if you've been watching the video, is that I die a lot in this game. I don't know why that is. At least in the beginning, I get down. I don't necessarily die too much, but I get down. And I think it's just really because I'm not used to the way the Lambent work. I was really used to the way the Locusts work in Gears 1 and Gears 2, but I'm not necessarily used to the I explode every single time you kill me thing. So I'm getting better, I promise. It's not as bad later on. So if it really bothers you that I'm dying a lot, just but you for some reason like my style of commentary, I recommend that you keep watching, stick through it, because I do get a little bit better. And later on, maybe the enemies aren't all Lambent. I don't want to spoil anything, but things might change up. I guess I just did spoil stuff. Fuck. Oh well. Whatever. Enjoy the Let's Play. But the last thing I wanted to talk about in this little video here is how I'm feeling about the game and this kind of whole Let's Play process in general, because this is my first time doing it, so it's a totally new experience for me. And it's the first time that I've ever just actually talked this much while gaming. I'm usually a pretty quiet guy. Sometimes I'll exclaim when something crazy happens, or when I don't know, just I think something's bullshit. Maybe I'll scream bullshit, or I'll say, "Oh, fuck this," or whatnot. But I'm usually not commenting on all this stuff that's happening. So that's why sometimes when I'm playing, there may be silent periods because I just don't want to say random shit. But I also am not, because it just wouldn't be natural. You know, I'm not used to it. But I will eventually get used to it. You know, I think I'm getting better at being vocal and just kind of having the stream of consciousness going. And if you stick with me, I think that I'll show you that, you know, I can do this. I can do this thing, and it's fun. It'll be fun for you, fun for me. Now on to the Gears 3 in general. Holy shit, this game is awesome. And when I say that, I really mean it. I was expecting it to be great, especially in terms of the online. I wasn't expecting a whole lot for the campaign, and I say that because I knew that the campaign was going to be mostly Lambent, and it has been thus far, at least from what I've gotten through. And I wasn't sure how I felt about that, because I really hated fighting the Lambent in Gears 1. Just even though there weren't very many of them, it sucked. I didn't enjoy it at all. But I think they've really changed up the structure to this game to make it so that the Lambent are actually enjoyable enemies. Do I miss the ability to use executions all the time? Yeah, I do. But you know, I think I make up for it later. Once the enemies stop being Lambent and just start being, I guess, normal Locust. Yeah, I guess that's a spoiler, but normal Locust again. It gets to be really fun. I also like that they're not. Well, they're focusing more on story, but they're not really. I don't know. I feel like the story isn't even meant to be taken seriously until a certain point. They'll show you these little emotional experiences and things like that, but really it's not a central aspect of the game. And it's kind of a weird thing for me to say, because normally I love games that elicit some sort of emotional response. I eat that shit all up. I love games like Final Fantasy. I mean, Final Fantasy X is one of my favorite games of all time, and I thought that game did a great job of doing that. But just in this game, I think that the acting in this game is just pretty awful, and that's not a you know, me bashing the game or anything. I just think that they don't capture what it really is to be emotional in a game. And Cliffy B has said that that's not what he's trying to go for, so I get it, and that's cool. But yeah, so I'm really glad that they focus on the story, but they don't make it so that it's painful that they're focusing on it. It's, you know, if anything, a lot of the stuff is more tongue-in-cheek, at least what I've gotten to so far. Or not necessarily tongue-in-cheek, but it's not integral to understanding what's going on. So the action's great. The amount of story elements is pretty good. I think it could be a little bit better, but, you know, I haven't gotten through the whole game yet. But, you know, that's kind of the end of this video. That's the end of what I had to say. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and definitely stick around for the next stuff. I am going to be uploading more, and I hope you're enjoying. If you are enjoying, you know, feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you on board. All right.